Pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, bless all our actions and carry them on by thy gracious assistance, so that every prayer and good work of ours may begin from thee and by thee be happily ended. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Ready? Thank everyone for being here tonight. And Jess, you can do the roll call.
All right. Rob Snyder.
Present.
Joe VonSas.
Here.
Tim Klunk.
Here.
Kim Wagner. Keith Lewter. Tom Snyder.
We needed you.
Steve Pascoe.
Here. Yeah. So we just got enough here. Okay.
We have a quorum.
We do. Okay, first item of business is approval of the April 9th, 2025 meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as read.
Okay, need a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So that's it, motion carries. Announcements, communications. We had an executive session on May 5th from 6 to 8:30, dealing with personnel. We'll hear about that shortly. Right, Joe? You on top of that one?
Okay.
But anyway, okay.
Correct.
So, Jess, manager report. You have a couple things?
So I know everyone's very well aware of all the road work going on. I just wanted to give an update because we've had a lot of questions. The milling and paving for Main Street will begin June 2nd. So June 2nd, 3 weeks, they'll be in and out of the town, they'll be milling, they'll be paving. They were gonna do the work on night shift, but they said that the repairs that they were doing went okay, the base repair, so they're gonna try it on day shift and we'll see. So just be really patient with them so they can get their job done. And then the other thing, we will be doing, Dave and I have been talking a lot about the schedule and some of the summer jobs and getting the town looking really nice. So we're gonna be doing street sweeping, we're gonna be doing weed spraying, we're gonna be doing curb painting. So I just wanna let everyone know that's on our radar for sure. We've had a lot of questions about that. And then I also just wanna take a minute to sincerely thank Dave for all the work he's done. He hates this, but he's done a really good job. He's been working by himself all this time. So with that, do you wanna talk at all? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
On behalf of the road crew, a couple years back I got involved with the LTAP program. It's the Local Technology Assistance Program. It's all the engineers and all.
Can you put the mic up right now? Then everybody will be able to hear you better.
It's through PennDOT and they have all the experts, all the engineers, everything. Doesn't cost townships or municipalities anything. And it's a wonderful resource, and they have classes that whether they're online or in person and this, that, the other, and they have different steps and programs and things like that. So it's a wealth of knowledge. Anytime we need anything for our roads, street signs, if I have a question, pick up the telephone, no cost, and they have somebody that actually will come out and help me.
Really?
So anyway, they have a program every year. It's called Build a Better Mousetrap. So different groups put together like projects they've done, tools they've invented, things like that to save the taxpayers money, to make the job easier and this, that, the other. So I did a little bit on my own, and I apologize if I stepped out of bounds, but I submitted our brine tank that we put together. Right. And I was proud of McSherrystown Borough and what we all do and how you guys are doing, what you're doing for the community. So when we submitted our program, we ended up being runner-up.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
Yeah, it is. That's, yeah, congratulations.
On behalf of the road crew, well, we're trying to make McSherrystown stand out a little bit on the positive side. We don't want anything negative. We want things on the positive side.
Right.
So with your guys' support and Miss Jessica's, we're going to move forward and we're going to make things better.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Thank you so much.
Dave.
Love that. Yep,
Pretty cool.
that is.
It's awesome. What a mousetrap that is.
Yeah, good.
Very nice.
Mayor, do you have any comments?
Right now, good.
Okay, and then,
Good job, yeah.
okay, thank you. And Chief, go ahead.
If I may. No letter this month, but I do want to announce that for the April 26th drug take back, we got 8 boxes. Total was 248.8 pounds.
Really?
Medication take back. Yeah, so that's a pretty banner number for us. So if I may, I'll continue on with the report. Our total calls for service for April 2025, 171. Our proactive policing initiatives, we had 5 building and house checks, 76 business checks, 7 school checks. We had 2 animal complaints, 1 assault, 1 burglary, 3 civil incidents, 1 criminal mischief, 1 disturbance, 1 domestic. We had 1 harassment, 1 ordinance violation, 1 open door, 3 suspicious activities, 2 thefts, and 4 traffic complaints. Under our community policing initiatives, we had 3 assist the fire department, 9 assist medical, 2 assist police, 1 assistance request, 3 family and children calls, 6 mutual aid calls, 1 public service, and 3 welfare checks. For our other duties, we had 58 field contact reports, 44 calls, follow-up calls to service, 11 information calls, 2 lost and found, 5 mental health calls, 1 PFA violation, and 2 validations. The calls covered by PSP for April were 6. We had 7 incident offenses. 3 of those were cleared by arrest. They were adult arrests. For patrol hours, we had 575.2. Our overtime hours were 58.6. Vacation and PTO was 8 hours. We had 35 vehicle stops. We had 16 traffic citations, 19 traffic warnings, 4 parking complaints. We had 6 traffic accidents. 4 were reportable, 2 were non-reportable. The locations were Main Street and North 4th Street, that was a reportable. Front Street near North Street was non-reportable. South 4th Street and Main Street was non-reportable. 200 block South Oxford Avenue was reportable. South Street and South 3rd Street was a reportable, and the one in Main Street and 1st Street was also a reportable. Pages are sticking together. Vehicle monthly use was total miles 836.7 with 177.2 gallons used. Our donations for April were $500.
I just have a question. Like when vehicles are like not registered or inspected or anything, like if you would see them, is that a violation that
Yes.
you would take care of?
Yes.
Okay. That's, yeah. Somebody was asking me and I said, I'm pretty sure, but I'll have to double check.
Right.
Okay, thanks for that. Okay, we'll move on. Any questions for the chief? Okay. We'll move on to public comments. I believe, is it Paul?
Yes, sir.
Come on up and.
Thank you.
Yep.
My name's Paul Royer, and I'm running for judge. I'm not here to campaign, I'm not here to politic, but I wanted to take a minute to introduce myself and put a face to a name. Before I get started, thank you, Jessica, for allowing me to come. And Chief, thank you. I've had the pleasure of working with people from your department. Detective Carey comes to mind over the years, and I always know I'm going to get a fair shake. I do some defense work. So you guys got good cops. And sir, with regards to the road crew, I promise every yard sign's coming down after the primary. You don't have to worry about us. We'll get them down.
No problem, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I got mine out too, so I gotta go I'll pick some up for you.
Good. I live in Cumberland Township with my wife. I got a daughter at Penn State. I got my youngest daughters at Gettysburg High School. I've been practicing law pretty much my entire adult life. I started out in Maryland. I did oil and gas up in the Twin Tiers for a few years. And I came back, I started work for John Mooney. I worked for Kristen Rice for a couple of years. So I've been in private practice for probably about 10 years now. I have the distinct pleasure of having been at every level of the Pennsylvania court system, from the MDJ on up to the Supreme Court, where we had an issue with registration and whether or not sheriffs could pull people over for expired registration stickers. But, so I've been at it for a long time. Judge George is stepping down, as some of you might heard. He was on the bench for probably 30 years. So right now we've got 3 judges on the bench. Judge George and Judge Kuhn are serving part-time until we can get somebody elected. Adams County is, we're not York. We don't have the resources, but we've got full dockets. So we got 4 judges and they work really hard. It's not a situation where they can do this indefinitely. That's a little bit about my experience. With regards to my judicial philosophy, it's really simple. It's really straightforward. I only care about the truth, and I care about the law as it's written. We hear a lot of talk these days about activist judges and whatnot, and I don't want to get into the politics of it, because I don't think politics has any place in a courtroom. You know, I don't care who you know, I don't care what party you're in, I don't care who you're married to. All I care about is, are you telling me the truth, and what does the law say? And my intention is to really get back to that if and when we take the bench. So I hope that didn't come across. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time, and appreciate your time.
Thanks for introducing yourself.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yep. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, appreciate that. Okay. Now we'll get into the new business, and we need approval to hire a part-time public works. Joe, tell us.
Alrighty. Little bit of background. For part-time public works laborer, the individual we voted to hire at the last meeting did not respond to our calls or communications, and therefore we had to continue interviewing for the position. The Personnel Committee interviewed several individuals, including Howard Walter. He is currently retired, looking for part-time employment, which is about the best case scenario we could have. He is currently retired, looking for part-time employment. He has a CDL and has experience in building and electrical work. So I got some competition.
There you go.
Any questions about the candidate?
So he was interviewed by the Personnel Committee.
Yes, yeah.
So
And,
he made the recommendation.
Dave?
Dave was here.
Dave is here for it too, yeah.
Yeah, Dave approves.
It's important.
He seemed like he would fit right in for, he has the thought process of making the township better and fit right in. The question, matter of fact, there was a lot of more talk about things outside, like personal stuff and just a general conversation more so and he fit right in.
Yeah, he's definitely a good fit.
Nice fellow.
That's good.
Independent.
Work
Not gonna-
independently,
Yeah, he's gonna be turning loose and he can take care of things. So, any other questions? All right. I make a motion to hire Howard Walter III to the part-time position of Public Works laborer at a rate of $20 an hour, not to exceed 28 hours per week.
Okay. So I need a motion.
Make that motion to hire.
Okay. And a second?
I'll second.
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Thank you. So you'll call him just and start as soon as possible type thing?
I talked to him today, so I
Oh,
know
good.
he's still
There was a
interested.
bunch.
Right, yeah, the other guy, well, we won't get into that, what happened. Okay. And I guess lastly here, approval to modify the office hours. Okay, there's been a lot of residents coming into our office on Fridays, so we would like to discuss changing the office hours. Wait a minute, there has not been a lot of residents, I'm sorry, I knew I said, that didn't sound right.
Yeah.
On Fridays, so we would like to discuss changing the office hours and closing on Fridays. Jess will start to be available on Fridays for appointments if needed. And she plans on being here. So, any thoughts before we make a motion? Any discussion? Everybody? Okay.
Yeah, she's been keeping track of it, and it's been extremely slow on Fridays, and so I don't think it's going to impact our residents any.
No, and I'll be
don't
here,
think either.
so if
Yeah.
someone needs to make an appointment. it's
That's
not a
right,
problem.
yep. That's, okay. So I need a motion to adjust these office hours, closing on Fridays.
I'll make a motion that we close on Fridays by appointment only, and adjust the hours.
Okay.
Second that motion.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So I wanted to say too, so the hours will be what, Monday through Thursday, 8 to 3 now, instead of what? What was it before, 8? Is it still 8 or 7?
8 to 3,
8 to
then
3.
Friday was 8 to 12.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so that's the adjustment. Okay. Approval of expenditures. Everybody had a chance to look over those. I need a motion to pay the expenditures from 4/8 to 5/12.
Make a motion that we pay the expenses
Okay.
from 4/8
Yeah.
to 5/12.
Okay. And all in favor of that?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. And that's it. Okay, so,
See, you didn't talk too long.
yeah, any final comments? Okay, so I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Steve says
Meeting's
to talk
adjourned till
about something else.